Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jimmy and this is Patriots Glow. So today we are going to go over a cheap, easy, high profit project for you to work on. And it's so simple and so easy and you can make so much money on it. You're not going to believe it, but I promise you, I'll link a picture right here. I'll put a picture right there, maybe one up here, up there, maybe even down there. And I'll throw another one down there just to show you guys. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous at how expensive that these can be. So it is very simple, a wooden paddle. So I actually made this for a friend of mine. She wants it engraved with Make Kids Great Again, and we are going to go ahead and engrave that as well. But I mean, it is so simple. This was the first rendition of it, and it came out pretty gross, pretty horrendous. So we're not actually going to go with this. Hopefully I can fix it, see what I can make out of it, but we're not using this one. So it is very, very simple. Everything that you're going to need. And hold on. It's so easy and you need minimal tools. It's going to be a handful of tools. You can carry them all in one hand. Maybe two hands.
Help!
Here.
Oh,
Take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Break it. Break my hand.
All right. So we have our jigsaw that we're going to use. Any type of sander. I am going to use the orbital sander with a higher grit, and then the mouse sander with a lower grit on it to go through and do my finishing touches. You're going to want a square. Tape measure, obviously a writing utensil. And you know what? This is before you do anything with it, but a small can of stain. Anything cylindrical, anything round that you can use. And that's going to help us actually get our rounded corners here. So stick around. I'll show you how simple, how easy it is. I mean, this might take me 15, 20 minutes. And this is what you're going to come out to. And like I said, this is going to range, I've seen them for $20 just for this paddle alone, all the way up to $50 to $75 with engraving, with laser engraving, or even hand engraving with different sayings on it. Some naughty sayings, some not so naughty sayings. But you can make this. We'll end up maybe drilling a hole into here and putting some leather strap through this to hang it up. But while we make the other one, I'm going to throw this one into the laser engraver and get that going. So stick around and let's get to making some paddles. All right, everybody. So full transparency, we are taking a piece of picket, fence pickets. This is literal scrap from a fence picket from a different project I was doing. So depending on what this is, you're going to end up coming out 5 inches. This is 5 inches and 3/4. So we want to come down to about, split that in half. So 2 7/8. Make sure you mark it. So yeah, you split your difference, come out 2 7/8, 2 inches, 7 7/8. Oh wow. So take your square, and I come all the way down. Marking all the lines helps me. So on the paddle that I have over there is right about an inch wide for the handle. Now you want to factor in a little bit of sanding. So instead of going 1/2 inch, literally one tiny tick mark past it. So half of an eighth of an inch. Want to come out. Mark that again. The best way that you can go ahead and find out how long your handle should be is measuring your hand. And since I got little tiny hands, I got 4 inches, 4.5, roughly 4 inches. So what we're going to do is bring in something else that has a cylindrical bottom on it. Obviously we have our paint can, but that's going to be way too big. You don't want to use something like that. So I have a bottle of Gorilla Glue here that I'm going to end up using. And I'm going to eyeball that to the center. All right, get ourselves a circle going. And then we want to measure 4 inches from that and give maybe a little bit more space here. We're going to make a line. Get a basis for where we want to come across. All right, after we come across right there, we're going to take your paint or stain can. You're going to end up putting the edge of that can on your straight line that comes across here. And then you can also put the other edge of that can on the edge of this board right here. Because we're just trying to get a basis for where we want our roundabout to be. All right, so this will end up getting cut out. This will end up getting cut out. So all of this is your cutout. Now, every paddle that I've seen on Etsy so far has been about 16 inches. Now, honestly, I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. The standard size was about 16 inches though. So we'll come out from the handle. Now let's do 16 inches again. I'm pretty sure that's a 16. The paddle that I made over there comes out to an overall length of about 18 inches. All of the paddles that I've seen on Etsy come to about 16 inches is what it says on the site. I think 18 looks better, but that's entirely up to you. I mean, if they're selling on Etsy, then they're selling, sell them. Save yourself 2 inches, but I'm not worried about that. All right, make sure you line up your edges again. Got that edge and this edge. Here we go. Make our little loop. All right, we're gonna do it again. Little loop. All right, you see where I stopped right here? I'm not going to actually try to continue that angle cut. I'll come back. I'll end up sanding all of this down, the extra that I left on there. I find it easier to sand it down.
28 minutes to spark a bearish wall.
So, you got your rough board cut out. Time to move on to sanding. Yeah. All right, so there you have it. In the time that it took for this to engrave Make Kids Great Again, I was literally able to make this one. This just got done as I walked around to the other side of the table. So I'd say maybe 10 minutes. I'd say 10 minutes to make this. Few things to keep in mind. I do round these corners off. I give it a nice little tiny chamfer. You can use a chamfer bit in a router if you've got a router, but I did not use it. It's right here, but you very well can use your router. So if you have more tools, obviously feel free to use more tools, but you can literally make this out of absolutely nothing. A couple dollars for a fence picket, and obviously this is not a couple dollars worth of a fence picket. So you could probably knock 3 of these out in one fence picket. And like I said, all you would need is your jigsaw, a couple of sanders, obviously something round. I mean, you can use a cup, glasses, anything that you have like that. So I think this is a really neat, easy project for you guys to be able to do, make some money off of with holiday season coming up, or maybe you want to make it for somebody else. This one I am probably going to engrave like naughty lists and then write lines down here and then start with whoever gets paddled. So first my son and then my daughter. You know, if you're bad, you get put on the paddle list. That's what we're gonna call it, the paddle list.
I do.
Oh, you see.
What
you
did
know.
I do?
You know.
No, what did I do?
You know.
No, what did I do?
So, all right, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna put a couple of pictures up here so that you can see what these are actually selling for. And like I said, with these So like I said, with these stained and engraved, they're selling for $50 or more. And make it your own. I mean, do whatever you want. There's all sorts of different things that you can do. You can wrap this handle with leather. Like I said, I'm going to drill out a hole, run a leather strap through this so that it can hang for looks. All right, there's all sorts of stuff that you can end up doing with these. So give it a try. Let me know. Write down in the comments box what you'd like to see next time. If you try this out, put these on Etsy, sell them. Tell me how much you're selling them for. I'm gonna probably post a couple of these on Etsy. Like I said, it takes about 15, 20 minutes to knock one out. Even if I don't sell one for $50, if I sell one for 25 or 30, I'm gonna say that's time well worth it. These are selling for $20 just by themselves. So, and remember, all right, catch you guys next week.